When a Farah motorcycle crash attorney has a case, there's a lot of evidence that attorney and their staff is going to want to gather for the case. Number one, for me, in any motorcycle crash, is to get the client's motorcycle helmet and ask the client to preserve the helmet. I've actually got a couple in my office right now that I've gotten. And one of the reasons is because if the client has a brain injury, they are always going to come in and they're going to say, oh, well, your client must not have had a helmet on, or our client, when it caused your client's crash, saw that your client did not have a helmet on. And a lot of times when a Farah motorcycle client is involved in a crash, the driver of the other vehicle will first see our client when they're laying on the ground or laying underneath their motorcycle. And very often when that occurs, the helmet's been knocked off. We'll ask the client to gather the motorcycle helmet and bring it to us for two reasons. Number one, to show the scuff marks or the damage on the outside of the helmet to show that they were wearing it. Or number two, to prove that they were wearing a USDOT approved helmet rather than some type of cosmetic helmet to make them look good. Because a lot of times we'll get that claim as well. It wasn't an approved helmet. Our rider clients can also expect us to ask for your motorcycle, for us to take possession of it. We will store it, we will shrink wrap it. And the reason is because the insurance company on the other side will see that as evidence that they need, but it also helps us gather important evidence as well. Are your brakes functioning properly? Are your directional signals functioning properly? Because a lot of times the insurance companies may try to point to a mechanical malfunction in your motorcycle as a cause of your crash. So Farah will make sure your motorcycle gets inspected. Farah, as part of the fight, will also make sure that the other vehicle gets inspected. That helps us determine what the forces were between the two vehicles. We'll also investigate the crash scene to see if there's skid marks at the crash scene, how long they are, any evidence that we can, or any marks on the road, or just the road itself, so that we know where it was that your motorcycle crash occurred. And when we file your lawsuit at Farah, we'll have all that information to present to the insurance company.